Hello, hello. Assalamu alaikum and welcome from Gulberg GYMKHANA. This is match number 10 of Shaikhani Super League Season 3, the last match of the league stages between Gulberg GYMKHANA and Zabrij Sports. Zabrij Sports have won the toss and they have decided to bat first, and so far they have managed to score 21 runs without any loss of a wicket. They are once again batting first, just like the way they did against NJS in the previous match, and got a pretty decent start too, unless and until their batting fell apart and they were bowled out for 122. Today they've got a decent start once again. Abdullah Alam is opening the innings alongside Arif. It's Arif who has done the bulk of the scoring, the left-hander. And so far they have managed to score 21 runs after the first 2 overs. So none for 21 in the first 2 overs for Zabrij Sports. Remember, they have won the toss and today they are batting first once again. Hussain starts off with a short delivery, put away nicely by Abdullah Alam. He's started from where he left off the other night against NJS, where he scored 75 out of 121 for his side. And today, once again, while opening the innings, he's making sure that he's put any loose delivery out away for a boundary. Now, both these teams have got nothing to play for. Obviously, they're playing for their pride. It's the last match of the league stages, and we already know what the top 3 teams are who will be facing each other in the eliminators and the finals. So these 2 teams are just playing for the 2 points. Once again, we saw 5 teams participating in the Shaikhani Super League Season 3, out of which NJS have emerged as the table toppers with 4 wins out of 4 games. Defending champions Big Bang are at number 2, so they're going to be facing off Sportst later next week, in fact, in the eliminator. And one of those teams will then face NJS in the finals. Once again, it's full, much slower in trajectory, and he has managed to hit that straight over the bowler's head for a 6. He waited for that one. It was a back of a hand slower delivery, much away from the off stump. And he almost lifted that one over the bowler's head and the umpire's head, and it just went past the boundary ropes. Not a big 6, but it's going to take it nevertheless. Those are the table standings. NJS are comfortably at the top. 4 wins out of 4 games. Big Bang with just 1 defeat against NJS are at number 2. And CC, it has been a mixed bag for them in this campaign. 2 wins and 2 losses in their 4 matches. We saw them losing their last match of the league stages yesterday against NJS, because of which now they're going to be facing Big Bang on the 16th. Slightly short, but punched away off the back foot towards extra cover. Abdullah Alam is in really good nick. The other day when Gulberg GYMKHANA, in fact, Zabrij Sports were struggling, if you talk about their batting, it was him who was not only holding one end, but he was also scoring runs at a brisk pace. He scored 75 of 40 odd balls. Once again, goes straight. Chance of the fielder at long on, but it's been put down. Excellent effort, nevertheless, from that fielder. He had to cover so much distance towards his left, which he did. And it got to him towards the knee high. It was very difficult for him to bend and take that catch in the end, but he got there and just couldn't hold on to it. So Abdullah Alam has got a life very early now. He will hope that he can convert that into a big score once again tonight. 11 runs have come in this over so far. A 6, a boundary, and a single. Arif will be on the strike, the left-hander. We'll see a change in the field once again for the left-handed batter. Fine leg up, third man is back. There is deep square leg in place. Tucked away towards mid-wicket. Mid-on will have to run towards his left to stop that ball. So a decent over from Zabrij Sports' point of view. 12 runs coming off it, 3 done. They're going at 11 and over. They are 33 for no loss. Powerfully struck once again. That's going to go all the way for 4-2. Both these openers are making life difficult for the bowlers out there. Once again, it was full, it was wide, and he absolutely smashed that one over the keepers. In fact, over the umpire's head. And this is something they have been missing out in their first three matches. Zabrij Sports runs from both ends. Tonight, RF has taken the lead in this partnership. He's batting on 22. And he's looking much more confident as well. Not only the boundaries, but he has looked equally well when he has looked to pick up those singles. Got a very healthy start now. Zabrij Sports scoring at 12 and over almost. It's going to be really important how they can maintain their scoring rate and how they can preserve their wickets. They were 80 for 1 in the last match and they could only score 121. So this is something that's going to be on the back of their mind, how their middle order and their lower order performs here tonight. Obviously, they've got no pressure whatsoever, no qualifying scenarios. They just need to win this on a high note to finish that campaign of this Shaikhani Super League Season 3. The outcome of this match is going to be not important at all. Slightly short, standing tall, getting the gap as well. He's such a good player, Abdullah Alam. He uses his height to good effect. Anything that is slightly short, he makes sure that he gets on top of the bounce. And this time it was short, it was wide. He was just walking onto it, lifted his back leg and made sure that he find that very small gap between extra cover and mid-off. Usually the batting side prefers to get a boundary at least in every over. When you talk about the first six, both these batters are making sure that they get two. We saw 4 and a 6 in the previous over. Already 2 boundaries have been hit in the first balls of this one. They have raced along to 42 without losing any wicket. He goes once again, this time towards mid-wicket. That might go all the way for 6. It does. That's an extraordinary stroke from Abdullah Alam. Once again, not much pace from the fast bowler. He just used his speed, came down the pitch a bit, using his wrist, using his hands, and comfortably lifting it over mid-wicket region, which was vacant initially. And even if there would have been a fielder in the deep, it would have gone over his head. 105 sixes so far have been hit. We still have a couple of matches remaining in this league, so we can expect that tally to go up a bit. Slightly short, gets a thickish outside there. This will run down fine towards third man. Nothing is going right for Gulberg GYMKHANA. 3 boundaries and now a 6 in the over. And already after 4, Zabrij Sports are 52 without any wicket. Time for the first change in the bowling attack. The left arm spinner is also being treated with the boundary now on the offside. So both these openers are now milking on runs so far. in the first 6. Once again, dropping short and wide to a delivery that is not going to turn a lot on this pitch. You're asking for trouble. Not a serious effort either from that fielder at extra cover. He could have died for it. Instead, he just let that go past him. And it's the outfield that made that ball travel towards the boundary ropes. Similar delivery, but just getting a little more bounce on that one, Azizullah. Him along with Mushara bowled exceptionally well in their previous match, especially towards the depth, when they didn't allow NJS to get that many runs towards the end of the innings, but unfortunately they couldn't chase down the target. Slightly slower. He was looking to come down the pitch, Desare, but he had to check his shot in the end, just guiding it towards long gone for a single. Did the right thing. He has already got a boundary in this over. After facing a couple of dots, he has got a single, got off strike. And now it's going to be his partner, Abdullah Alam, whom I'm pretty sure will be looking to take on the left arm spinner, just like the way he did against NJS. Remember, he hit Abdul Rahman Senior for 4 sixes in the opening over in the previous match. Changing his angle now. Azizullah coming around the wicket, staying on the back foot, finding the gap, but brilliantly stopped. He saved at least 3 runs there for his side. That fielder at cover. 6 runs coming in the opening over of Azizullah. 5 done. It's 58 for none. Changing the bowling attack, it's going to be Usman Zain to bowl the last over of the power play. Starts off with a waist high no ball, and that might be taken by the fielder at long off. He has put that one down, but I'm pretty sure the umpire will call it as a waist high no ball. So not only they're going to get an extra run, but they ran 2, so 3 runs will be added to the total. It was a gentle lose now. The ball might have slipped off his hands now. Abdullah Alam is pretty tall, and even he had to stretch for it. So it was an easy decision for the umpire. So the next one is going to be a free hit. It will stay a free hit because it was a wide down the leg side. Now it was very close to hitting the helmet as well behind the keeper. There you see, not gathering it completely. Just finishing to the left of the helmet. Nicely bowled right in the block hole, a little too wide outside the off stump. A much better delivery on that free hit option. Hasn't had much of the success in this tournament so far. Usman's just 1 wicket. Previous 3 matches. Just get the feeling both these openers have got a really good understanding between each other. Both are complementing each other well. Both are running well between the wickets, and they're getting boundaries too on regular intervals. Another low full toss. He had to drag that one outside the off stump there, RF. Could have easily driven that on the offside too, but I think he had already made up his mind that he's going to go for the leg side region, knowing the fact that there is no one deep on the leg side. Both square leg and mid wicket are up inside the inner ring. Some confusion out there. Chance for a run out, and he misses. He was very close to the stump. He could have easily ran to the stumps too, that fielder at mid wicket. Instead, he decided to throw, and RF would have been a goner. There was a bit of confusion between the two batters. Both were a little reluctant to go for that single. In the end, he was halfway down the page and wasn't even in the frame. Would have continued running towards the dugout, but that ball had hit the stumps. But luck is favoring Zabrij Sports right now. Another delivery in that block hole. Well, he has been in trouble with those ones on a couple of occasions. A delivery that has been on that Yorker lane outside the off stump. He hasn't been able to get any bat behind that, Abdullah Alam. But still a pretty decent start. Going at more than 10 and over in the first 6 is something that any batting side will take. Even if you're batting first or you're chasing down any target. Now he bowls a low full toss, but we'll just get a single on that one towards long gone. So an excellent start this from Usman. Apart from that no delivery, it has been pretty economical. 6 overs done. The batting power play once again belonging to the batting side. They are 65 for no loss. Azizullah will continue. Remember, the batting power play is done and dusted, so 5 fielders are now standing in the boundary ropes. You might not see that many boundaries now being hit in the middle overs, but these two batters have now got a start, and both these batters will be hoping that they can get a big score here tonight for their team. Even 165 has been a little difficult to chase, so they'll be hoping that they can go beyond that. Holds it slightly short, a little too late into that stroke, Arif. He was once again looking to muscle that one towards mid wicket, just getting an inside edge and onto his pads. Slightly fuller, once again a chance, and he hits the stumps, but by that time Arif was well in. The ball still going to that field in the deep, so they're going to get one more on the overthrow. He has looked really busy so far, Arif. This time he was well in by the time the ball hit the stumps at the non-strikers end, and it went far away after hitting. So he came back for another run. Hasn't been able to time the ball well in this over, especially. But once again, he's doing the job for the team. Slightly shorter, gets a thickish outside edge and gets into the gap. Not a controlled stroke this from Abdullah Alam, but he'll take it. The length was there to be hit. It was short. It was what side the off stump. He just slashed hard at it. It was upish for a mid of time, but it was in the gap too. Once again, putting up a show tonight, Abdullah Alam has been the man in form for Zabrij Sports, one of the leading run getters for them in this league. Similar delivery, but this time much closer to the stump, so he'll just get a single towards long off and will retain the strike. Another decent over comes to an end from Zabrij Sports' point of view. They got 9 of it. 7 overs done. Zabrij are 74 for none. Into his second over now, Usman starts off once again with a low full toss, missed by the fielder on the offside, but will just get a run towards deep extra cover. Both these batters are now marching towards their personal milestone of a half century. Let's see who gets there first. Or will Gulberg GYMKHANA be able to break this opening partnership? We have seen a chance being put down already when Abdullah Alam was looking to go downtown towards the long on, and he was running towards his left and couldn't hold on to one. But apart from that, they haven't really given any opportunity to the bowling side now. Swara that one towards deep mid wicket. RF, he's got really strong hands, the left-hander. We have seen him getting a couple of boundaries on the offside earlier on during the power play when he was just opening the face of the bat and finding those gaps. Slightly short once again. It's cut hard by Abdullah Alam. That will run away for 4 as well. He was just looking to bang that ball onto the pitch. Doesn't bounce as much as he was hoping it for. And Abdullah Alam once again standing tall, hitting it as late as he could, just to wait that fielder at deep extra cover. He now moves into the 40s, and if he gets those remaining 8 runs, it's going to be his back-to-back half century. Remember, he got 75 against NJS. Another misfield that will allow them to come back for the second, although the throw was at the non-strikers and they're targeting RF. But the throw was a little wayward and the bowler wasn't able to gather that cleanly. So without taking many risks, they're making sure that they get 7 or 8 every over now, even after the batting power play. Clipped away, some work to do for the fielder at long on, and he doesn't get there. Trying to swap that ball with his feet, but the ball just going between his legs and into the boundary ropes. Just a mere flick it was towards deep in wicket region. 2 fielders could have gone to stop that one. It was a long on fielder who decided to go for it, but he just couldn't pull the ball back. Slightly short, gets it over third man now. This is exhibition of batting from Abdullah. With that boundary, he also moves past his half century. Short and wide, asking to be hit, and Abdullah Alam just throwing his bat at it, knowing that the third man was inside the inner ring, so it was a safe shot, and he made sure that he got it over his head. So boundary to end the over, which means after 8, Zabrij are 90 for no loss. Time for another change in the bowling attack. It's Syed Atif Ali, the tall right arm off spinner. And we saw Abdullah Alam getting to his half century in the previous over when he struck a couple of boundaries. In fact, 3 boundaries. And now they are in a very strong position to score more than 180, considering that they don't lose wickets in the middle overs. Abdullah Alam has been on top of his game. He has been simply sensational for Zabrij Sports. It was during this time in the previous match that they started losing wickets. Zabrij Sports almost lost their first one. Sure, it was wide. He was looking to pull that one, Arif. Let's get the feeling against the spinners. He has just looked to hit the ball a little too hard instead of just timing it and placing them in the gaps, just like the way Abdullah Alam has done. Tries to go for the big shot. Just get the feeling he gets enough on it. He gets it over long off. It was not a bad delivery by any stretch of imagination, but he still had to reach out for that one, Abdullah Alam, and he was also hitting it against the turn. So that makes it equally difficult to get it over the boundary rows, but he went then. He got that 6 off it. Replies with a faster one, Atif Ali. Well played with a straight up ad. Another single towards extra cover. And with that, 100 also comes up for Zabrij Sports into the 9th over. Heading towards a big score tonight. Chance of an appeal and taken by the keeper. The finger goes up. He looks surprised, Arif, as if there was no bat involved, but I just get the feeling the umpire saying that there might have been a little tickle of the gloves. It was bowled much slower through the air from Syed Atif. Slightly short, he was looking to pull that one. Swung his bat way too early. Might have got the bottom of the bat. His bottom hand came off it. The wicketkeeper started appealing. The bowler did have no idea. And the umpire straight away raised his finger. So the opening stand finally broken by the off spinner. 100 and opening partnership comes to an end. RF walking back after scoring 35. Zabrij Sports are 100 for 1. Five wides to start the spell with. Well down the leg side, being so difficult for the keepers to move that much towards his left, knowing the fact that there was no one at the fine leg region. I mean, Hassan Mustafa is the new bowler in. They lost RF at the last ball of the previous over. And the catch was taken by the keeper, but Abdullah Alam is still going strong, 61 of 29. And now they're coming back for the second run. This is sloppy stuff from Gulberg GYMKHANA, as if they want the opposition to score a big total on the board. Should have been only a single. Instead, it was just a defensive stroke from Abdullah Alam, and the fielders just couldn't charge on towards that ball, and they went for that second run as well. Couple of players are obviously resting for Gulberg GYMKHANA tonight. It seems like they're going to be chasing a big total in this second innings. Babar is the new man in at number 3. Will be facing his first ball now. looking to guide that towards spine leg region. The ball might have hit the pads, given as leg byes by the umpire too. It's important that both these batters should have a similar understanding of what Arif was having along with Abdullah Alam. Because we have seen it in the past as well. Just one wicket that goes down and that just allows the bowling side to come back in the match. Slightly short and wide, and it went straight to the fielder at point who missed it altogether. It's not going to go all the way for 4, but Abdullah will definitely run back for the couple. The 11 of the over. Remember, the first ball was 5 wides down the leg side. Well, he's looking for that big innings tonight, Abdullah Alam, and he has got all the time in the world, as well as the wickets for his team. 9 wickets still intact for Zabrij Sports. If they go at a similar rate, you never know, they can go past 200 as well tonight, which will be the highest total in this league. It's a low full toss that has hit the pads, but was it angling down the leg side? I think it was. No bat involved, so leg by is given. And Barber once again not being able to get any bat behind it. 10 overs done. It's 113 for 1. Atif Ali now into his second. Starts off with a wide outside the off stump. Now he's got Barber against him. Saw him struggling a bit in the previous over when he wasn't being able to get that ball in the gaps on the leg side. Missed a full toss as well. Sliding that one out, but it's not going to carry towards long on. Barber will get off the mark with a single. But most importantly, it's Abdullah back on strike. Now he's got 66 of 32 balls. Plenty of boundaries and maximums in it. He obviously is not going to flight the ball a great deal against Abdullah Alam, knowing the fact that he can also come down the pitch and hit it straight over his head. Slow shot and wide and taken. A loose shot in the air from Abdullah Alam. Once again, lapse in concentration for the right-hander has resulted in his downfall. The shot, it was wide. Once again, it was there to be hit though, but he just couldn't get it from the middle of his blade. And once again, after providing a very good start of his innings, he perishes. It's the golden arm of Atif Ali, who once again does the job for Gulberg GYMKHANA. He now picks up his second wicket as Abdullah Alam walks back after scoring 66. Zabrij Sports are now 2 down. Zohaib coming into bat at number 4 now. He's also among some runs so far in this league. Batted at number 3 in the previous match, coming in at number 4 tonight. They need another big partnership. Zabrij Sports. Once again, looked too early into that. So now he has missed a couple of deliveries that have been bowled very short outside the off stump. Babar. Every time he has looked to pull the ball on the leg side and he has missed out. No full toss, will get a single towards mid wicket. The bowler is going to go after the ball himself, but before him, deep mid wicket will run around and get at that one. Another successful over comes to an end from Syed Atif Ali. 11 done, it's 118 for 2. Full toss, chance to the fielder, deep is square leg, and he takes it. It's Syed Atif Ali who has been involved in all 3 dismissals right now. Couple of wickets and now a really good catch. A low full toss on leg stump. Could have hit that anywhere, Babar. Managed to hit it up in the air and straight down to the throat of Atif Ali at square leg. So once again, they are losing the plot in the middle overs. Zabrij Sports. 3 wickets have gone down at quick succession. Babar Beg walks back after scoring just a couple. And Zabrij Sports are 118 for 3. Mansoora Sheikh is the new batter in at number 5. Another wide delivery outside the off stump from Hassan. Slowly and steadily, Gulberg GYMKHANA are trying to make their way back in this game. At one stage, Zabrij Sports were 100 for no loss. Now they are at 118 for 3. $200 it's still on. If they get a solid partnership in the middle phase. Another wide delivery. Gentle medium pace from Hassan. He was lucky that he got that wicket of a full toss. But now he needs to make sure that to a new batter, he needs to target the stumps more. He was looking to come down the track, but just drove that one towards deep extra cover to get up the markers for. Both these batters are new at the crease. Both have faced 3 deliveries combined. Sohaib and Aswar. Sohaib obviously is in pretty decent nick out of these two batters. It's a low full toss. The umpires would love to check the height on that delivery. They've called it a fair ball. I'm pretty sure that was very close to the waist height of Sohaib. He's not that tall, but the ball might have been dipping down, because of which that was termed as a legal delivery from the on-field umpire. A ball that's slower through the air. We have seen Matthew Rahman doing that beautifully for NJS. And every time he does it, he either bowls a dot one or he ends up picking up a wicket. We haven't seen any other bowlers trying that many slower deliveries from the other teams. Slightly short, gets it in the gap. Square leg will have to run towards his right. Atif Ali does that. Just a single, so a decent over this from Hassan. Got the wicket of the very first ball and went for not many runs. 12 overs done. It's 123 for 3. Another left arm spinner, Musharraf, has now been brought on instead of Atif Ali. Pretty surprised once again. It's wicket taker has been replaced. Could have easily continued in his remaining overs, but that has not been the case for Gulberg GYMKHANA. He's a genuine wicket taker too. He bowls well towards the depth, just like the way he did in the previous match too. Pull it slower through the air. He was eyeing for that big hit towards square leg region, but just managed to get a single towards mid wicket. The boundaries have clearly dried up, especially after that departure of Abdullah Alam. And now is the time for Gulberg GYMKHANA to bowl few dot deliveries, create more pressure on these two batters, and end up picking up more wickets. Sliding that one up, took it as a low full toss, hits it in the gap. Does Zohaib gets another boundary? He's too good a batter to miss out on that ball. It was slower through the air, a gentle full toss. Bent his left leg and found the gap with precision between square leg and mid wicket. Goes again, this time wider of the long on fielder. Really good effort from that one. Saved a couple of runs for his team. Otherwise, Zohaib had struck it from the middle of his blade. Meanwhile, 13 done. Zabrij Sports are still fighting. They're 131 for 3. Dealing in singles right now, both these batters. Although Zohaib got a boundary in the previous over too. It's been signaled as a no ball, so it's going to be Asfar to get the free hit. Now the fielding side can make changes to the field since it was Zohaib who faced a no ball. But now he's off strike. Still third man and fine leg, both are up. Tries to hit it hard, gets it over extra cover. This will run away for 4. Excellent timing and placement from the right-hander. Wasn't really committed to that delivery. Ayan, he has been really expensive today. 40 runs he has conceded so far, and he's just into his third over. A wide Yorker on a free hit would have been a much better option. Instead, it was just a length delivery that was punished accordingly. Chips it, but over the bowler's head. Now, will they come back for 2? They decided against it. They'll just get a run. There is an appeal, and the finger has been raised. Well, that's an unusual way to get out. The wicketkeeper was standing up to the stumps the last couple of balls. It was Aswar who got that slower short length delivery which he was looking to pull towards the leg side, but he might have lost his balance. His back foot might have raised, and the wicketkeeper spotted that. He took the bails off. Ayan, who has been really expensive tonight, has finally managed to pick up a wicket. Aswar Sheikh, the man dismissed, stumped for 5. And Zabrij Sports are now 4 down with 139 on the board. 14 down. It's 141 for 4. Zabrij Sports. Musharraf now into his second over. Zohaib is still on strike. And as long as he's out there, you can still expect Zabrij to score somewhere near 180, 185. Because 40 odd to get in the last 6 is not a difficult ask as long as they keep wickets in hand. Another short delivery, but we'll just get a run towards deep mid wicket. On the other hand, Gulberg GYMKHANA will be hoping what is the ideal target for them to chase down in the second innings. They can restrict the opposition to somewhere between 165, 170. They're going to take it. But for that, they'll have to continue picking up more wickets, especially that one of Zohaib. Asad, the new man in at number 6, will be facing his second delivery, in fact. Plays that one late, but it goes straight towards short third. Once again, I think it's an opportunity missed by the left-hander. A delivery that is so short and so wide should have been put away on the boundary ropes. Goes for the big shot. He connects and he sends that ball over mid-wicket. Right where the people are watching this match. It was a length delivery and he just cleared the front leg. Had a wild swing at that one. That came right from the middle of his blade. Brilliant hit. 107th of the tournament. Won't be the last for sure. Chance of a run out. Well, he missed. Zohaib was eager to get on strike. His partner was very late in reacting to that call, and a bit of a fumble from the fielder at point allowed them to complete that run. Brilliant batting by both these two. They know that they got a boundary of this over that they were looking for, so they just got the single of the last ball. 9 runs in that over from Musharraf. 15 overs done. 150 is up. Zabrij Sports 150 for 4. Gentle medium pace of Usman. Another single taken by Asad towards long off. Just a couple of runs coming in that over from the medium pace. 16 done with 4 to go. Zabrij Sports 152 for 4. Chance for the fielder, but I don't think it's going to carry to deep extra cover. Both these batters are searching for those boundaries in the last few overs. Last couple of overs have been really quiet for Zabrij Sports. 7 runs have come in the last 11 balls. Atif now into his third. He still have an over to go after this one. Bowls a full toss now. Does he find the gap to go bend to the fielder? A square leg who missed out. It's going to be a boundary for Zohaib, and he's asking the umpire to check the height on that ball. He thought it must have been a no ball. But once again, the ball might have been dipping down, and a lazy effort from the fielder, a deep square leg. It's the last ball of the over. Another full toss, not being able to get it past the bowler. Excellent effort from Atif Ali on his follow through. Dot delivery it is to end the over with 17 done. Zabrij Sports 162 for 4. Now into his last over, Usman. Big shot attempted, but once again it's going to go straight towards long off. How many runs can they get in the last three? Ideally, they will look to go past 185, which is highly likely. For that, they only need to score an 8 and over in the last three. A boundary every over will do for Zabrij Sports, the batting side. Gets his man. Was a slower delivery from Usman, and he was too early into that stroke. Zohaib might have been an off cutter. Looking to go towards the leg side, but missing the line of that delivery, and the ball just staying a little low as well. Hitting the off stump, and that was enough for Usman to get another wicket for his team. Zohaib walking back now after scoring 24. 5 down now, Zabrij Sports for 163. Changing his angle now, coming around the wicket. Two left-handers at the crease. Gets a full toss. Akhtar hits it over mid-wicket. Now umpires will check whether it was a boundary or a maximum 4 signal. Making his intentions very clear on the very first ball. Akhtar a low full toss on the middle stump. He picked that dump one up towards mid-wicket. Once again, a lazy effort in the field, and that just bounced once before it crossed the boundary ropes. The right man for the job, Akhtar, especially with not many overs remaining for the batting team. Comes down the track, hits it clean, hits it over long on. Now, there is no doubt about that whatsoever. Took it on the full. It was a length delivery, came down the pitch. Hit it over the bowler's head with a straighter bat, and no chance for the long on or long off to get anywhere near to it. A 4 and a 6 to start his innings. Even 190 is now gettable for Zabrij. Or if they bat even well, who knows, they can even get 200 from here on. Using his feet, hitting it up, chipping it, long on. Will take it finally. Attempting one bigger shot too many, Akhtar. Almost yoked himself because that was a fuller delivery. Just couldn't get underneath that. The bat also twisting in his hands when he was looking to lift that ball up. Long on, taking a couple of steps forwards and taking a really good running catch to make sure that Akhtar's brief cameo is over. He came, hit a boundary and a 6, and now has been dismissed. It's 173 for 6. Izhan and Asad now, two batters are there at the crease. A dot delivery it is to end the over, where we saw almost everything. Couple of wickets, a six and a boundary. 18 completed with 2 overs to go. Zabrij Sports are 173 for 6. That's a monstrous of a hit from Asad. Once again, beginning the over with a maximum. Musharraf just floating that one up. Much more easier for the left-hander against the left-arm spinner. Just bending his knee and staying solo so that he could just pick the ball up, and he did it beautifully with the left-hander. Must can turn out to be a gamble taken by Gulberg GYMKHANA. Short and wide, it was there to be hit, and he just got a little tickle. If he had left that, that would have been a wide by the umpire, but instead he went for that cut shot outside the off stump. Got a thick edge, and the wicketkeeper took it really cleanly on his left. Another wicket to fall for Zabrij. Seventh wicket have now gone down. They are at 179 for 7. Just looking to shuffle across the off stump, managing to get it towards fine leg. Now they could have come back for the second too, because it was a gentle, lazy effort from the fielder at fine leg, but they just got one. Asif. Once again, it's that position for the batting side where two new batters are at the crease, but still 9 balls to go. Will they look to go for the big shots? Can they connect that ball right from the word go? Had Akhtar been there, 200 would have been still on, but now you just get the feeling they might not get there, but still. These are still a lot of runs on the board for Gulberg GYMKHANA. Remember, they are a side that is also struggling in this league. Both these teams have lost their first 3 matches, so just looking to play this one and win it. Running the first half now. The batter, the non-strikers, and Asif was interested in the second, but I think Izhan knew that the ball had gone straight to the fielder at long off, and there was no point of coming back for the second. in the block hole. Well bowled by Musharraf. Apart from the 6 that he got hit for in the first ball of the over, it has been a pretty decent comeback. Slightly short, but he just gave away himself too much room and then had to reach out for it outside the off stump. Couple of dots to end the over. Excellent stuff from the left arm spinner. With just 1 over to go after 19, Zabrij Sports are 181 for 7. Once again, the first ball of the last over has been missed by the left-hander. Hassan Mustafa 1 for 16 in his couple of overs. Won't be able to finish his spell because it's the last over of the innings, but if he cannot concede a boundary in the last over, the captain will think that the job is done. Now balls are wide down the leg side. Now this is something they need to control a lot. Already these are a lot of runs for Gulberg GYMKHANA. Remember, they have been the side, one of those two sides who have been at the receiving end in their 3 matches. They've got a point to prove, obviously. Slower and shorter, not being able to middle that one, but still get enough on it to get a single to at fine leg region. Tries to sweep it. Just a single. Now they were 100 for no loss at one stage, Zabrij Sports, after 9 overs. In the next 10, they have lost 7 wickets. Still a pretty decent total, but they would have loved to add a few more to that. Slightly short, gets the length he was after, Izan, and he sends that ball over square leg. Hassan Mustafa just bowling it slightly shorter and a slower delivery. He just waited for it for a fraction of a second more and belted that one towards the leg side for a 6. Low full toss, driven, but it goes straight towards short extra cover. Will just be a run. So they've gone past 190 now, with still a no ball to go. Gulberg GYMKHANA will have to bat out of their skin to chase down this target. Another slower delivery. That was missed by the batter and the keeper. It will run away for 4 byes. Not an ideal way to finish the innings for Gulberg GYMKHANA. It was a length delivery. Was just looking to pull that one. And the wicket keeper not being able to close the gap between his legs and the ball going between them. 4 byes to end the over. That means Zabrij Sports are going to finish off at 195 for 7 in their allotted 20 overs. Much better batting performance from them, considering their performance in their first 3 matches. Abdullah Alam once again was amongst the runs, getting a half century tonight, 66 of 34. His partner Arif also got a pretty decent start, 35 or 27. Then we saw Zohaib getting 24 in the middle overs, and a bit of a cameo from Asad towards the end that allowed them to go past 190. 7 bowlers were used today by Gulberg Gymkhana. A couple of wickets for Usman and Sayyid Atif. A wicket apiece for Ayan, Musharraf, and Hassan Mustafa. So 196 is the target for Gulberg Gymkhana. Let's see whether they can chase down the target or not and finish their campaign on a high note. The 196 is the target, and so far Gulberg GYMKHANA have got up to a flying start. 40 for no loss, and even at the start of the fourth over has gone for a 6, so it makes it 46 without a wicket. Ahmed Hussain is making a statement already. 36 of just 13 balls, and his partner Kashif has scored 10 so far. This is exactly the sort of start they needed, especially when you're chasing a target of more than 190. You know the more runs can come in the first 6 overs, so you got to take use of the fielding restrictions. It looks like a really good batting track here today at Gulberg GYMKHANA, and both these sides have made plenty of use of that. We saw Abdullah Alam getting out to a fine start along with RF in the first innings. And now, both these openers of Gulberg GYMKHANA are repeating those heroics. Balls it slightly short. It just angled towards third man. One thing is for sure, if Gulberg GYMKHANA are looking to win this one, this will go down to the wire. We might see a thriller, just like the way we saw the first match between Gulberg GYMKHANA and Big Bang. Goes for a big shot. He connects and he sends that over mid-wicket, almost near to the parking lot. 50 also comes up for Gulberg GYMKHANA with another towering 6 on the leg side. Right, so it's 55 for no loss. One more ball to go in the fourth over. Another powerful hit. Another glorious shot past fielder at mid-on. This will run away for 4, but exactly what they are looking for. This is an expensive over from Sarif. 19 runs have come off his 6 deliveries. 4 overs have been done and dusted, and this is an electrifying start from Gulberg GYMKHANA. They are 59 for no loss. .59 for no loss after 4. Kashif also looking to be ultra aggressive like his partner, but it's just getting an inside edge, and luckily not the ball not hitting the stumps. So 137 more needed. Tries to go for the big shot, gets a toe end of the bat. Chance of a run out, and he misses. And he did the right thing by throwing it at the striker's end, because they know Ahmed Hussain was the man who was posing all the threat to the opposition right now. So they were looking to go after him, but unfortunately, outfielder at short third just could not hit the stumps of the full. So now Ahmed Hussain is back on strike. 47 of just 17 deliveries. This can turn out to be a really quick half century from the right-handed opener. Leg start one towards the leg side. Big chase for the fielder at fine leg. Don't think he's going to cut that one off. That's going to run away for 4. 50 comes up for Hussain. 50 of just 18 balls for the right-handed opener. He can afford to raise his bat to the dugout. He has provided his team the start they were looking for, but the job is not done yet. 7 fours and 3 sixes in his innings so far. Once again, targeting the stumps for us, but nicely flicked away towards the leg side, using his wrists and the power to get it in the gap, and away for 4 she went. Will he get another 4? Partial stop from the fielder at backward point. He has just ricocheted off his hands, and that will run away for 4 more. Such was the strength behind that stroke. Even a half stroke couldn't stop it. Punching it off the backward. Not a bad delivery. Almost on that 4th and 5th stump channel, but he stood tall, playing it with a straighter bat and getting another desired result for himself. Remember, one more over to go of the power play after this one. He pulls the one again. There is a field at a deep mid wicket. He's running towards his left. A bit of a fumble, and that's run away for 4 more. What is happening here for Zabrij Sportst? 3 boundaries on the trot for Hussain Abbas. Once again, it was shot not perfectly from the middle of the blade. Mid wicket did the right thing by moving towards his left. He bent down, but bit of a fumble, and that is all what Gulberg GYMKHANA needed. Going at almost 15 and over, Gulberg GYMKHANA. Well ahead of the required run rate. Slightly full, guiding it towards short third. Excellent timing and placement. 4 fours in the over for the right-hander. Hussain is on a mission here tonight. 5 overs done and dusted. Gulberg GYMKHANA are 76 without a wicket. Bilal now coming into ball. One more over. Once again gets an inside edge and very lucky. The ball didn't hit the town, but equally well stopped by the keeper. Just using his left gloves and making sure that the ball doesn't go behind him. All he needs to do is to get a single and get Hussein once again on strike, because he is the one who can do more damage in the next deliveries on this power play. On the other hand, Zabrij Sports will be hoping that they can bowl few dot deliveries so that Kashif can stay on strike. Tries to go for the big shot, but will still just get a run. Much more to the liking of Gulberg GYMKHANA. 63 of 21 balls from Hussein Abbas. The delivery that was in the block hole. He was looking for the wide Yorker and he executed that perfectly, does Bilal. A very, very good over. This from the left arm seamer. He doesn't have that much pace, but he's trying to get away from the hitting region of the right-hander. Last two balls coming up of the first power play. Basically the highest score by a team in the power play in this league. Another one in the block hole, just digging it, but going straight to the fielder at point. No run taken by Hussein. Now, what an over this is turning out to be from Bilal. 4 dots and just a single. That might be given as a wide. He was looking to repeat that wide Yorker, this time just erring his line and length as Bilal. Hussein was spot on in letting that ball go to the keeper. Now he opens the face of the bat and gets it over cover. This will run away for 4. An ideal finish to the power play for Gulberg GYMKHANA. They might just have got 6 runs in this over, but there's going to be enough, I guess. 6 overs are now done and dusted. Hussein is on a roll, and Gulberg GYMKHANA are 83 for no loss. change in the bowling attack. They have been forced to bring in Abdullah now on strike. First delivery put away towards deep mid wicket, and a fielder misses it once again. It's Kashif who has now got a boundary. This sort of effort is not going to help Zabrij Sports. Probably for the first time their batting clicked in this league, and now the bowlers are just giving it all away. 87 now for no loss. Big ugly eve towards the leg side, but there are two fielders out there in the deep mid wicket and square leg, so Kashif will just get a run. Leading edge, but not going to carry two extra cover, and he misses once again. Now this might run away for four as well. It does. What is happening, especially in this over? We saw fielder missing it a deep square leg, and now a leading edge which almost carried to Babar at extra cover. He misses it altogether, and then the ball just changed its direction sort of, and even the fielder deep extra cover couldn't stop it. Comes down the track, hits it on the offside. There is a fielder out there who should stop it. He does it in the end. Hussain Abbas just gets a run. Tried to bolt it flat at, was looking to target the stump, just angling down the leg side. Might have hit the pads. It was there to be hit. It was a low full toss, but just missed out altogether. This Kashif. A couple of boundaries in this over from Ikrama. 7 overs completed. Gulberg GYMKHANA still needing 103 to win. They are 93 for no loss. The spin from both ends is going to be left arm orthodox Azhan. Hussain might just be a little cautious now since 5 fielders are now standing at the boundary ropes, but the way he has been middling the ball, he will look to take his chances. Trying to sweep that, gets it to pass fine leg. This will run away for 4. Even Kashif now getting a little confidence. Not a good delivery on the pads. Bending his leg and making sure that he gets enough bat onto it, that there was no chance at fine leg to stop that one. Slightly short. It was there to be hit, but just couldn't get it from the middle of the blade. Remember, even Zabrij Sports got an opening stand of 100, and then they just lost their plot a bit. Could only score 95 in the last 9 and lost 8 wickets in the process. Guiding it towards deep mid wicket. Will just get 1 run. Slightly short. It's hit up in the air. Chance for the fielder at mid wicket. And does he take it? Oh, it's gonna. We have to check the replay once again. The replays are going to confirm whether the catch was taken cleanly or not. It was slightly short. Hussain Abbas once again looking for the big shot. That fielder at mid wicket took the catch and then he moved back. At that time, he was able to tip the ball in the air. Now he went back. Yeah, it's definitely a six because by the second time he was looking to pull the ball back, his feet were still grounded and they were behind the boundary rope. So it's another six. 100 is up for Gulberg GYMKHANA now. They are at 105 for no loss. It's another pull shot towards deep mid wicket, but this time it will just be a run. So another good over comes to an end for the batting side. 8 overs done. It's 106 for no loss. Rama now into his second. Comes down the pitch. Now, does he get enough onto it? He gets it in the gap. And it's going to be another 4 for Hussain Abbas. What a nog he's playing here tonight. He now moves on to 88 as a right-handed opener. Just opened the face of the bat by getting closer to the pitch of the delivery, making sure that he gets it square of the fielder at long off. And after bouncing once, it once again touches the boundary ropes. Just 82 more needed. 11 and a half overs still to go, so there is no point of getting worried about the required run rate, and they've got wickets in hand as well. 117 in the first 9 overs. As for the new bowler in, he hasn't faced any difficulty so far. Hussain now batting on 90 of just 35 balls. Wow, this is some sort of an innings, and he has been supported very well at the other end from Kashif as well, who was struggling a bit in the initial overs, but now he's got his eye in. Goes for the pull shot. Does he get it past square leg? He does, but there is deep mid wicket in place. Bilal. The idea was right because there was just one fielder protecting the boundaries on the leg side, and square leg was up, so you can always go past him. Lights that one up. Stayed on the back foot. Will this go away for four? It does. What is happening for Zabrij Sports here tonight? At least 4 times the ball has gone straight to those fielders in the outfield, and should have been just a single. Instead, they even reached to that. Now, this the difference between not reaching down to the ball and reaching there and still letting it go out of your reach. He has now moved on to 94 now, Hussain, of 36 ball. Just need one more six to get those three magical figures. Opens the face of the bat. He gets it fine. This will run away for four more. There is no point of chasing that one. He's too clever to just use the pace of that ball behind that one and making sure that he gets it towards fine at third man. Well, he came to open the innings, Hussain, and right from the word go, he had just one thing in mind. That is to go for the boundaries, as many boundaries as possible. And now, as a result, their net run rate is 13 and the required run rate is under 7. Flicks it away towards deep mid wicket. He has running the first one hard. Will he come back for the second? Gosh, it was a little too slow in getting down to his end. .127, 128 now for no loss. Tries to hit it hard, gets it inside it, gets it behind the keeper. Will they come back for two? No, they decided to stay with a single, but another decent over comes to an end. 10 overs now completed. Gulberg GYMKHANA are 129 for no loss. Just the right, he wanted to get the single so that Hussain could get on strike, but a bit of a fumble once again from Babar, and Kashif will come back for a couple. It's becoming all too easy now for Gulberg GYMKHANA. It's just a matter of few overs before they can chase down those remaining runs. But ideally, everyone is in the dugout, as well as a few people out there in the crowd are waiting for Hussain to get to his century. Tries to pull it. This Kashif will get a single towards deep mid wicket, and now maybe Hussain Now it's his moment, Hussein. What a knock he has played. 99 of 38 balls. Just need one more run to complete his century. He tucks this one over the leg side, and that is it. This is a wonderful knock from Hussein. 196 for the target, and they needed an innings like that to make sure that they get it as sooner as possible. And what a knock he has played. 4 sixes and 16 fours in his innings. Single-handedly, he has brought his team to a winning position. Gulberg GYMKHANA might have lost their first 3 matches, but they are surely well on course to win this one. Just need 63 more to win. 57 more balls to go with all 10 wickets in hand now. Another delivery that is outside the off. I'm just dabbing it towards third man, getting a single. Hits it hard, but long on is pretty straight. And he luckily stops it because we have seen so many fielders missing the balls. But this time it's just a single.
134.
One more ball left in the 11th over. A low full toss. Kashif decides to hit it straight. One bouncer into the fence. Now he's growing in confidence too. 11 overs done and dusted. Gulberg GYMKHANA are racing along. They are 139 for no loss. Another big shot this time from Hussein, and this will go over the boundary ropes comfortably. It's becoming very easy now for both these openers. This is the highest partnership so far in this SSL Season 3 for any wicket. We saw a 100-run opening stand tonight between Abdullah Alam and Arif. They have bettered that. Almost got it in the gap as well, but we'll just get a run. Hussein. And for the reverse sweep, wow, that is a clever option. They can afford to do that because they are in such a good position right now. Gulberg GYMKHANA must be hoping that they could have shown this similar performance in the previous matches too, and the things would have been a lot different. Again, trying to hit it way too hard, but not getting no timing whatsoever. Batting on 34 now, Kashif. He will be eyeing his personal milestone as well. Playing it uppishly, but will get it a single towards deep mid wicket. Does he get it over square leg? He does get it over square leg, and he gets another boundary, does Kashif. He's putting up a show here as well, along with Hussein Abbas. 150 now comes up for Gulberg GYMKHANA. 12 overs completed. It's 152 for no loss. Lifts it over extra cover, but he's going to hold out in the deep. Long off takes the catch, and the heroic innings of Hussein is now over. He was looking to target the off spinner, looking to hit it over extra cover, but the ball might have turned a bit after pitching. That's why he got the inside half of the bat, and a safe catch for the fielder at long off. So a big opening stand of 152 now comes to an end. Hussein walking back after scoring a brilliant knock of 109 of just 44 deliveries. It's 152 for one. Zain Siddiqui, the new manager at number 3. It's his first match of the Shaikhani Super League. Zuhaib is now getting a bit of turn on this pitch. Might have not got a lot of runs today. Zuhaib scored 24 in the first innings, but got the all-important wicket of Hussein Abbas. Had he been out there, Hussein, this match would have been over within the next 3 or 4. But now they might take an over or two more to get down to the target of 196. It's a straight, does Kashif. Does he get it past the fielder at long off? Will just get a run. Slightly short and slightly wide, but Bilal is out there. A deep extra cover. Zain will just get a run. This is turning out to be a pretty decent over from Zohaib, but the opposition is in such a commanding position that even a couple of more wickets might not be able to help Zabrij Sports winning this one. Well, he shuffled across. Does he get it enough? He does get it past square leg. Deep mid wicket won't be able to cut that one off. That's going to run away for 4 as well. So his partner might have been dismissed, but he's continuously getting those boundaries on the leg side. Kashif once again shuffling across, dragging that from outside the off stump past that fielder at square leg who had already given up, and there was too much ground to cover for the fielder at deep mid wicket. He moves now into the 40s. Kashif 43 of 31 balls, and he's enjoying his time out there now. Just 36 more to get for Gulberg GYMKHANA. Going to be a highest run chase in this Shaikhani Super League if they manage to get down to those remaining 36. Once again goes for the reverse sweep but doesn't connect. Almost struck the helmet of the keeper. A dot delivery it is to end the over after 13. It's 160 for 1. Even if a fumble, but they decided not to go for a single. Zan will stay on strike. .36 to get. 47 ball, make it 35 now. 46. The required run rate is well under 6 and over. Pulls that one towards the leg side. Bilal doesn't stop it. First boundary for Zain and a shot out of authority for the right-hander. Tries to drag in short delivery. Got to him at a pretty decent height. Just dismissed that in front of his eyes and got it past square leg. No chance for Bilal to stop that one. The heave towards the leg side, but there are two fielders very close to each other at deep mid wicket and long on. There's a very small gap there on the leg side. A single to win the over. 14 overs completed. There's still one down, Gulberg GYMKHANA. With a shot that was powerfully struck, but it was all across the turf towards long off region. Another single taken by Zain. Low full toss, hitting it just past the bowler. Just need 28 more to win. Bit of turn for Zohaib. Big swing towards the leg side. Doesn't get it from the middle of the blade. Now he wants to come back for the second. There is a throw at the non-striker's end, and he misses it altogether to Zohaib. It was a pretty decent throw. He had a lot of ground to cover. The Zen would have been a pretty simple run out at the non-striker's end, but that wasn't the case because Zohaib just couldn't collect the ball cleanly. Low full toss. He has hit that one in the air and has hit that one for 4. So 50 for Kashif as well. 50 of 36 balls for the right-hander. Both the openers amongst the runs earlier on, we saw Hussain getting a century, and now Kashif, with the help of 8 boundaries, has now reached his half century. Goes for it, gets it over mid wicket, just get a run towards the deep. Comes down the track, does Zen, hits it hard, hits it in the air. There is a chance of the long on field, and he takes it. Takes a clean catch in the end. Another wicket goes down now for Gulberg GYMKHANA. Zen is the man dismissed. Zohaib gets another one. Just needing 21 more runs to win. Gulberg GYMKHANA have now lost another. They are 175 for 2. 175 for 2. We just saw its end being dismissed at the last ball of the previous over from Sohaib. He's now picked up a couple of wickets, but I just get the feeling it's a little too late for Zabrij Sports. They might finish their campaign without even winning a single match in this Shaikhani Super League Season 3. A bouncer, a slower bouncer. That was not over the head height, so another dot delivery this. Three dot deliveries on the trot. .26 ball, 21 runs. Shouldn't be a difficult ask, but we have seen funny things happen in T20 cricket. Punching it off the back foot will get a single. Fancy footwork not working for Babar at extra cover. Now they're coming back for the second run. Chance of a run out, but I just get the feeling he's going to make his ground at the end. Kashif still looking fresh, still running hard between the wickets. Gets it past the fielder at short third. This will run away for 4. Just using the angle and the pace from the medium pacer. Just guiding it past the fielder at short third. So another boundary it is to end the over. Just 14 more required by Gulberg GYMKHANA. They are 182 for 2. The 4 overs to go, just 14 to get. Zohaib is about to start his third. Remember, he's got a couple of wickets. Kashif comes down the track, hits it towards mid wicket. Now, Laegue hold out. He is, in fact, he has been put down. And Zohaib has bowled his heart out. He has picked up 2 wickets, should have been his third. He missed a run out opportunity too in the previous over. Would have been a completely different story if they had held on to all those chances and had not gifted those easy runs of the misfield that ended up being boundaries for Gulberg GYMKHANA. He's definitely getting some revs on the ball and being able to turn the ball into those right-handers now, Zohaib. Could he have been introduced earlier on in the attack? Looking to use his feet, but Zohaib followed him, targeted his pads, and made him difficult for him to get the elevation on the leg side. But just 12 more needed of 21 balls. Shuffling across the off stump, missing it altogether, and almost hit the helmet of the keeper. Been a tough day behind the stumps for the keeper of Zabrij Sports. Goes for a big shot. It is a big one. It will sail over the long on fielder. Another 6 from the bat of Kashif. That gets the score to 190. It was pitched up, and he got the perfect spot of his bat. Another towering six for the big right-hander. He moves on to 58. The score now moves on to 190 with just one big hit away now, Gulberg GYMKHANA. And this will be some chase. To chase down 196 within 20 overs is a big achievement for the batting side right now. Loaded that one up. He hits it flat. Chance for the fielder at long off. One bounce straight to him. In fact, he misses it. And that goes all the way for 4. Zohaib cannot believe it. It was a low full toss. The long off fielder stayed back. Had he taken a step or two forwards, you never know, he would have completed that catch too. Instead, he decided to stay in his position. Got into an awkward position to stop that ball. Couldn't do it in the end. It's a boundary of the last ball. 194 for 2 after 17. With just 2 more runs to win for Gulberg GYMKHANA. Hassan on stride. Ikrama is now bowling the 18th over. It's a short delivery that has been put away for the boundary, and that is it. Gulberg GYMKHANA have managed to chase down 196 within 18 overs, and they have won it comfortably by 8 wickets. Brilliant performance from the batting side. 196 was a big total, but they still made sure that they made a meal out of it. Every bowler got the punishment tonight of Zabrij Sports, and they're going to finish that campaign without even winning one match. Hussain Abbas got up to a brilliant start, scored a century, scored 109, and then Kashif scored 62 of 44 deliveries. Hassan Qazi stayed unbeaten until the end, scoring 11. So many bowling options were used. Only Zohaib Saifullah was able to get 2 wickets, and there was nothing much to talk about from the remaining bowlers. So the journey of these two sides is over in the Shaikhani Super League Season 3. Remember, NJS have already qualified for the finals. On 16, we're going to witness Big Bang taking on RMCC. And that will decide who will be facing NJS in the finals of this 3rd edition of Shaikhani Super League.